I wasn't actually scared of turning 30. If anything, I was really excited because, like, throughout my final year of my 20s, oh my gosh, I can't actually believe I'm saying, like, when I was in my 20s. When I was 29, for some reason, I was just excited by the idea of 30. Like, I was excited for this year. I was like, this year, like, is literally going to mark a new chapter in my life. I'm literally going to go to a new level, and I'm still excited about that. That's one of the things I can't explain, but I really am excited that I turned 30. The reason I'm doing this video, first of all, is it feels like a customary thing on YouTube. Like, I'm 30. Here are 30 things I learned in 30 years. I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. But, because in my head, like, 30 is too few lessons, but at the same time, it's too many to try and think about. So I decided to, like, have a cop-out. I'm going to do 3 lessons, 1 per decade. How's that? I'm clever, right? Anyways, so yeah. So in this video, what I want to share is 3 lessons that I learned literally on my birthday as I turned 30. They're lessons that are more of like a mindset shift-ish type lessons. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, so back to my birthday. Because of that excitement, I had all these grand ideas like, oh, on my 30th birthday, me and my hubby are going to go on like a week-long vacation somewhere on like a game park or something. I don't know, just me and him, no kids. And 2020 happened and Corona happened. And so with Corona, there was the whole no traveling anywhere, stay away from people. And so that happened and I was like, okay. And so I just didn't plan anything for my birthday. What wound up happening on my birthday was not anything that I would have expected, but it was a lot more than I would have experienced if I'd been left to my own devices. About a week to my birthday, my little sister calls me and she's like, hey, so what do you have planned for your birthday? And I'm like, I don't know. Ain't got nothing planned. It's Corona. It'll be a good day if my kids behave and everybody left me alone and I got to eat some cake. That's it. And she's looking at me like, girl, please. Anyways, my little sister, being the awesomest little sister that she is, she went behind the scenes and actually started to plan a Zoom party for me. Now, she also happens to be technologically challenged. So she accidentally sent the link to the private group on another family group that I'm in. And so I saw the link. And so I text her and I'm like, hey girl, do you know about this? Am I supposed to be in this? And she's like, why? Why did you find out about this? I am going to kill you. Why? Also, in her defense, though, I am actually very difficult to surprise. Like, I think to date, the biggest surprise I've ever had was when my husband proposed to me. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, yeah, so eventually she let me into the group and then she set up a Zoom call and she's like, yeah, so just make sure that you're there. I was like, okay, I will make sure that I'm there. Thankfully, I had the good mind to put on a bit of a face and put something on my head because the girl was looking some type of way. So, but yeah, I got onto the call and I had the biggest shock of my life. So many people from my family were on this call. I had relatives from the States, I had relatives from back home in Uganda, I had relatives down in South Africa, like so many people on the call. And my sister was like, girl, those weren't even half of the people who were meant to be there, but then life happened and so not everyone could make it. I was like, wow, I had people here. And then my sister did this beautiful thing where she sent so many lovely messages that people had recorded and sent in. I was just, it was a nice day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Auntie Bobby. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday! Oh, I love you so much. Okay.
I celebrate God in you. I celebrate you on this day.
Going to your 30s with an open mind and open heart.
Don't stress. 30 is one of the best years you could ever turn. It's so liberating. You're so unapologetic. You're so much more mature.
Welcome to the third floor. Officially,
I know we are not together, but we are together in spirit.
It's our love that we are sending to you. Wishing you nothing but God's richest blessings and mercies on you this day and forevermore.
May the light of the Lord shine upon you.
And I pray that God continues to use you in a mighty, mighty way. And may you live to see His goodness in the land of the living.
I wish you many more years.
And well done for surviving this long.
I actually woke up to those messages from people. So like before I left and before I even got out of bed, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's so sweet. This is amazing. So yeah, it was a good day. But yeah. So seeing all those many people on the call is what now brought me to my 3 lessons that I learned that I actually want to share with you. The first thing was I was humbled. Like you can't even believe. Because a little bit about me, I'm a bit of a hermit. People meet me and think like, oh, you're so bubbly, you're such an extrovert, you're so outgoing. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I really am not. I think I'm what is becoming popularly known as an ambivert, meaning I am an interesting almost 50-50 mix of extrovert and introvert. However, I tend a lot more towards the introverted side. Like when I'm out with people, I'm good. Like if someone comes to talk to me, I want to talk to them back and all that stuff. At the end of the day, I'm like, everybody get away from me. The result of that is I've never been one to stay in touch with people in my family. My sister and my mom are the people I talk to the most, if I'm honest. So yeah, I was humbled to see so many people show up on the call. In that moment, it brought me to my second lesson that it really does take a village. In that moment, I was able to see pretty much in one place so many of the people who had an impact on who I am today. People who raised me when my parents had to go and live abroad. People who took me and my brother in and just loved us. And my sister, by the way. Oh, and also I forgot to give you a bit of context. When I say me and my brother, I have a twin brother. So they were there to celebrate us, which is really amazing. So many people have raised us in so many different ways. And in that moment of being humbled by seeing some of those people all in one place on this Zoom call, they're taking time out of their day to just be with us. Thankfully, it was a Sunday. But yeah, in that moment, I was amazed at how many people have had an impact in my life. From my uncle, who's a gynecologist, who was literally the first person to hold me and my brother when we were born, to another uncle who I have probably seen a collective, maybe, let me say 21 days throughout my entire 30 years, but has gone out of his way to help with legal matters and things like that, to my cousin who taught me what fish scales were, and the day she taught me that when I was 7 is the day I gained a friend for life. And like so many different people, like I can't even begin to list it, because one, that list will be really long. Two, I will start crying because my tears are like a switch. So I'm gonna do that. Anyways, it was amazing to see some of the people who have had a major hand in my life, and my experiences with all those people are honestly what have shaped me into who I am today. Now, I will not say that I've had the best childhood, because that would be a lie. I don't know anybody who has had the best childhood. Even those who have had a really good upbringing, there are a few dark days. It's just the nature of life. All that said, when I saw all these people that played a hand in raising me, it humbled me. It helped me realize that each and every one of those people is actually important in my life. And I think I've spent so much time focusing on all the bad things that happened to me, and like, oh, this should have been like this, and no, this should have been like that. That's such a millennial thing to do, though. Anyways, I'd never realized just how important each and every one of these people was. And so seeing them all together on that Zoom call really helped me shift my perspective and realize that each and every one of these people is an important person in my life. Each and every one of them. In ways I know, and in ways I will never know, because I never know what went on behind the scenes. So yeah, And because of that, that brought me to my third lesson. Like, one really does have to take the time to be grateful. And you can't be grateful until you take stock of what you really do have in your life. Yeah. That call was a chance for me to take stock. Just feeling their love come through on that call it was amazing. And it humbled me, and I think without that humility I wouldn't be able to be grateful. So I don't know if you can see how all these 3 lessons are tied together. I couldn't just give you one of these lessons because they're honestly all tied together. So like, if you want to live, I think, a happy life, one, you need to be humble, because when you're humble, you're able to recognize all the good things that you actually have going for yourself. If you're humble, you're able to see things as they are and not how you think they should be. Yeah? And when you see things as you are and you're humble, you're able to choose what to focus on. And when you focus on all the good things that are in your life, you're able to be grateful. And that for me was honestly such a mindset shift. Such a mindset shift. So yeah, I will say that my 30th birthday was literally a turning point for me in my life. It was a beautiful day. And I'm so grateful for everybody who showed up to the call. Grateful for all the people who couldn't make it to the call but committed to be there and sent messages. And like, yeah, I'm grateful for each and every person that has played a hand in raising me and turning me into the human being that I am today. It really does take a village to raise a child. Without all these people, I don't know, I wouldn't have learned what fish scales are. And I know that sounds trivial, but like, it's the small things like this that are important. Without have an auntie, like, she's like, she for me is like a role model in what it means to run your home and do it with class. I have one of those. To my mom, who's constantly like speaking words of wisdom and encouragement to me. To my dad, who I know I can rely on for anything. I can wake up in the middle of the night and be like, Dad, help. And he will be there. Like, to my sister, like, who's just, I don't even know. Like, my sister is everything to me, if I'm honest. And I'm about to start crying, so let's just move on. But yeah, taking stock of that was humbling to me, and I'm forever grateful. The word thank you suddenly feels so small, but that's really all I can say to everybody in my family who's raised me. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being obedient to the call to raise me and my brother and my sister. Just thank you for just loving us. Like, I can't even, like, just, yeah. Thank you.